You know that I told that I don't want to stay on parade, but I fucking want to stay on parade.
Oh man, that video always sets the tone nicely.
Ooh,
That
baby.
thing always hits. What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Toyota pregame lounge.
Let's go.
Yeah, dude, for the Toyota lounge. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
driven by your front
Modified.
range Toyota stores, Toyota the official vehicle, DNVR. Fellas, game 2 is here. Nuggets, Lakers. Can Denver make it 9 straight wins over the Los Angeles Lakers? We'll find out. We are presented by Bet365, Never Ordinary, and Miller Lite. It's Miller time. I'm Harrison Wynn. That's Brendan Vogt.
What's up, gang?
What's up?
We took a Toyota up to Estes Park, up to Rocky Mountain National Park just yesterday.
Yeah.
Kale, Mares, myself, Miroslav, and they're both at the game tonight. Shout out Miroslav. If you're in Ball Arena and you're watching this like a sicko, some of you do, keep an eye out for Miro living his best life here in Colorado.
I think he might be roped into an interview with Altitude as well.
Oh, no
I don't know
kidding.
if that's happened or if that's happening, but I heard that might be in the works.
No kidding.
Guy's on the glow up, man. Also joined by D-Line.
Let's go, guys. I'm ready for this. I've been ready for this my whole life. I can't believe how oddly calm I feel before a Lakers game.
I know. How are you feeling before game 1? I wasn't
Oddly
here.
calm.
Yeah.
Oddly calm.
About
And then,
this?
like, during the game, I started to get, like, a little nervous. Like, oh, man, and then it was like, I was like exactly what we said, how we said it was going to go.
That's superstar Dev.
Look, I'm not smug. I'm just very, very confident. And it's wild to go into a playoff situation and just feel this type of confidence. But that's what happens when you have a team that you truly do believe in and know is just a better team. So it's just about proving it. I'm ready for another number. How many did we say?
It's
been
9 in a row. We're trying to go to double digits tonight.
Oh, double digits.
Trying to hit double digits.
And more importantly, trying to make it 14 wins to go.
14 wins to go. Nuggets Lakers game 2. Just one day off in between games 1 and 2. Game notes. What do we got?
Yeah, let's go quickly to the injury report for Denver. It's just Flacco again. And obviously, we hope he's doing well in his recovery. Wonder if we can get an answer on if he's going to play in the Olympics or not. He does have that coming up. In the meantime, he's out, obviously, for the playoffs. For the Lakers, if you didn't know, a couple folks are out. Cam Reddish, Jared Vanderbilt, Christian Wood. They've been out for a minute, as has Jalen Hood-Schifino. Not that he probably would have factored in. Speaking of probably, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, they're probable again.
I think they'll play.
I think so too. LeBron James, left ankle peroneal tendinopathy. Anthony Davis, low back soreness. So there's your injury report, but again, nothing probably substantial or significant. The Lakers' 2 stars should play. One of those stars is Anthony Davis, the only guy to guard Jokic one-on-one last game, although he wasn't his primary assignment for most of the game. Something to consider, something Ryan Blackburn asked Michael Malone about before the game. Malone had this to say, quote, "I was asked the question this offseason about a player not on the Lakers who was a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, and what are we going to do differently when we play them?" And I said nothing. And that's not a knock on that player, and it's not a knock on Anthony Davis either. It's that Nikola's the MVP. We're not going to change our game plan. And when you watch game 1, obviously the only time they did not double Nikola in the post was when AD was on him. If Rui or LeBron or a smaller defender, they send a double team right away. So Jokic and our players, especially our starting 5, they've seen everything in the many games that we've played. So we have to react accordingly. We have to have the proper spacing, ball movement, and hopefully generate some quality looks. Another key factor in this series, of course, is D'Angelo Russell. He's come up a lot as an X factor. Wonder if there's a lot of pressure there. And not to add any pressure on D'Angelo Russell.
I'm sure he's watching. Calm down.
Well, I'm just saying, Michael Malone spoke on him pregame. More specifically, KCP, and how he's done an outstanding job with D'Angelo Russell in that matchup. Russell's the butt end of a lot of jokes on this show, and I think in general from opposing fans. The truth is, though, fellas, he can light it up. And a big part of the reason why he didn't in game 1, among other things, was KCP. That's something to keep an eye on here.
First team.
And then finally, let's finish with this. Darvin Ham on defending Jokic talked about, how versatile he is, how you could try all these different options, throw these different things at him, but it's not going to work. He said, quote, "It's like shit. I don't know what to do."
That's a
End
real quote.
That's a real quote.
It's like shit. I don't know what to do.
You know what?
That was a real quote out of Darvin Ham's mouth about 30 minutes ago.
That's a quote I've made a lot of, like, during math class.
It's like shit. I don't know what to do.
All the time.
It reminded me, do you guys remember last year what he said he should try? What his strategy was against Jokic?
What did he say?
He said he was going to try to catch him coming out of his house and kidnap him.
Oh,
do you
yeah.
guys remember that?
That's a better strategy than what they deployed in game 1, I think.
I actually almost appreciate this quote because I feel like there was a time when Malone might have said the same thing about LeBron way back in the day. But here's the truth. This is a playoff series. You're headed into game 2. That's what the head coach has to say about Denver's best player. What do you guys have to say about those game notes?
Guys, what do you think? Where are your heads at heading into game 2?
First off, I'm not gonna lie to you. That is the best quote I have heard.
It's a good one.
It is
a
great
classic.
especially when you've been dominated in the way that you have. Like, to have that type of honesty and show that type of love and respect, especially with your ass on the hot seat. You know, like, this can't be a good spot for, like, first Laker fans and, like, how they perceive you, but also just how it looks to the outside world that you have no answers for this man.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show the type of player that he is. Like he said, he's a generational talent. So I love that he's getting the, like, respect that he always did not. I mean, he's put in the work for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's great. We're getting, like, the most incredible quotes about Jokic after every game. Like, we got it from...
It's been just one playoff game.
But we also got... Remember, we got it from Anthony Edwards. He was like... He was like, man, what's it like guarding Jokic? He's like, I don't know. Looks hard. Ask those guys. Like, that seems awful. It is... I mean, it's so hilarious. Like,
I mean,
Jokic
we
is-
got James Worthy comparing him to Kareem
And
Magic in the
Johnson.
same sentence. That happened
James
after
Worthy-
one game.
Yo, that's the wildest thing. This is what we're going to look back on, and what we have already been looking at is, like, the tentpole athletes from various franchises, like, just giving it up to Jokic. Like, what was it? Was it Dr. J that said that Jokic was the MVP, and then everyone in Philly lost their minds?
Oh, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
But, like, at a certain point, like, you have to be on the right side of history.
Yeah.
And it's like you watch him play, you're like, well, I don't like it, but, like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah. We'll get into what we think is coming from Darvin Ham in terms of adjustments in segment 2. But first, let's go to Circle K. Who do we think is going to eat tonight?
Ooh.
Who's going to eat tonight? Courtesy of Circle K. Dev, I'll start with you.
Look, I'm going right back to the well. You're not supposed to be afraid of these type of situations. We saw the one stinker that we'll probably see of the whole playoff series. This is a Jamal Murray eats type of game.
Ooh,
I think
it
he
wasn't
has
even a
a
stinker.
monster game. I even go out on a limb and I say he's going to be the leading scorer tonight.
Whoa, dude. He's going to
I think he has a mukbang type of performance tonight. I'm excited for it. Jamal Murray's going to eat.
Holy smokes.
I think it's a good
Jeez.
point. I mean, if you look for areas of potential improvement for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray just scoring more has to be near the top of that list.
Yeah. I love going second. Can I go second?
Yeah,
Jokic is going to eat. I don't know. I just have this feeling. I don't know what to say. Like, some
he
people.
looked pretty decent in game 1.
It's just a gut feeling.
Yeah,
bit
dude,
of a
like,
hot take. Bit of
Coming
a-
off a pretty good game 1.
I don't know where it's coming from. It's just I don't know. I just feel this game, I think, more
Some
deeply
things
than
come
others.
to you.
Some things come to you. I mean,
Was this part of your recent vision? Jokic playing well?
just when Dev was talking, I just felt the spirit of this game flow through me, and I just saw Jokic having a good game. Man, Jokic is the most consistent athlete. This is where we are, truly transcending from good player to great player to all-time great player. Is that you can just? It's not like, man, I hope he shows up tonight. It's like.
It's like he's going to be historic.
But
what else is going to happen?
Yeah, but what level of historic?
Yeah.
But he's going to eat, most assuredly.
It's the most calming and just the most breathtaking thing about him right now.
Yeah.
As the regular season turns to the playoffs, you can just Sharpie it in every single game. This guy is going to play incredible.
Do not pencil it in. You're wasting your time. Sharpie it in.
Yep.
I love it.
Vote who's going to eat.
I'll just go back to Porter again, who generally plays well against the Lakers. And I mean, look, you took Murray and Jokic, right?
No, I know. I just love that we're
Right.
everyone's
A lot of hot
playing
takes,
their
My
right?
roles.
options are dwindling by the
Yeah.
second.
We all know you're going to say Christian
Yeah,
Brown. We all know
I am
roles.
not. I am
Christian
not
Brown
going to
is
say
still
Christian
up for
Brown.
the taking.
I will not say his name.
It's not Gillespie.
I mean this one though,
Shut up.
and it's look, is it a lock? No, but Porter has generally played well against the Lakers in these last 9 games, and I think it's that they cannot guard Jokic and AG and Mike. And if Rui's guarding Jokic and AD is sagging off of Gordon to match up with size with Porter, maybe it's LeBron. You know who's not a good off-ball defender these days? LeBron. You need to be a diligent off-ball defender guarding Porter out of everything else that Denver does. He's just open a lot in this matchup. He hit his shots over 50, over 40 in the first game.
That's the thing. It's like it's really just up to Porter.
Up to Porter, I think, and he's generally been good in this matchup, so I think he'll be open tonight, and I hope he shoots just as well.
Let me ask you guys a question. Who was the Nuggets' second best player in Game 1?
You're going to say Gordon. I kind of still think it was Murray, though.
Yeah.
I go Gordon.
Is there a chance it was Aaron Gordon, though?
He was great.
Aaron Gordon played 32 minutes, didn't play a ton in the first half due to foul trouble. 12 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. He was a plus 20 in 32 minutes.
Solid.
By far the Nuggets' highest plus-minus guy. If he doesn't get in foul trouble in the first half,
Right.
the Nuggets are up, double digits at halftime probably. They probably win this game by 20 plus Game 1. So I think he'll make it a priority to stay out of foul trouble early tonight. And if he can play starter level minutes for the Nuggets in this series, which means 36, 37, 38, up to 40, Denver's going to cruise.
Yeah.
And, that's got to be the Lakers' focus, like getting Aaron Gordon in foul trouble again, because if he's able to stay on the floor and play backup center, Denver's just going to cook.
He's also figured out with the starters how to not just hang out in the corner and be a non-factor. He was 0 for 3 from 3 in that first game. I thought really good outside of that. Part of it is they're putting the ball in his hands.
Yep.
So he gets to bring the ball up the floor a lot, or he's a guy who gets to make decisions in transition.
Yeah.
Or one thing that I like that he's doing is if he catches the ball, not necessarily in the corner, but out near the perimeter, and it's AD or LeBron, and they just sag off, he kind of takes a step in, and then he just surveys. And it's so simple, but them standing further back, he has more room to read the floor. Denver's done a better job of getting Mike open off ball, and AG finds him. So put the ball in his hands, even in the half court. I think there are ways that AG can help this team, and it doesn't just have to be hoping and praying that his jump shots fall.
Well, and he's playing that dunker spot a lot, and a lot of his assists are coming out of that dunker spot too, to Jokic and to Murray. So yeah, it's just AG just completes the puzzle entirely for the Denver Nuggets, and especially against this LA Lakers. I want to kill myself. Denver
I'm sorry,
Lakers.
I just saw Carmelo Anthony courtside
Me too,
at MSG and almost walked off this set.
I know. I got
just
distracted.
got so angry just
He was
now.
wearing
My
a Wu-Tang
God,
slash
sorry. I'm sorry.
Yankees
Guys, we're in
hat.
better times.
I'm sorry.
We've got
sorry.
better things to do.
It
We've
doesn't
got better
matter.
things going on.
Sometimes you're married, but you still drive by your ex. You want to run over the car.
Yeah, for sure. Totally.
All right.
Well, I was once in a relationship.
Yeah.
Let's talk Game 2
Did you just tell us
adjustments.
you're married? Hang on. Sorry.
Game 2 adjustments. I'll start off with one that I think the Lakers are going to make, and I'll ask you guys your opinion on it. The Lakers opened Game 1 with Rui Hachimura guarding Nikola Jokic. First possession of the first quarter. I was pretty stunned, not going to lie. I was like, wow, the Lakers are already conceding that Anthony Davis cannot guard him in the first minute of the first game. I think tonight Anthony Davis guards him from the opening tip. And a couple reasons for that. It's their best one-on-one matchup, obviously. Anthony Davis did have 4 blocks in Game 1. 2 came against Nikola Jokic. Then again, I don't think this is a matchup that Nikola really sees anymore. I don't think it's one that he has to adjust around. He kind of just goes and does whatever he wants to get Anthony Davis. But I do think it's the Lakers' best shot. And also, I don't know if you guys saw this, Anthony Davis very upset about not being a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year.
Not only that,
he thinks there's a league conspiracy against him.
because he thinks he's the best defensive player in the world.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. I don't know how. Look, I'm not much of an athlete. I don't know if you guys can tell.
More of
but,
a mathlete.
For these guys, like, pride is a big part of it, and they're out here on the biggest stage, and I just don't know how you could have any shame in Anthony Davis's shoes and say what he just said and then not go guard Jokic.
And then go guard Aaron Gordon.
You have to guard Jokic if you just said that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're welcome not to, but you're also welcoming a lot of criticism, and that's. I mean, I don't envy Anthony Davis in this series. I don't know what he's doing having that conversation right now when he knows that they're playing a guy that's the hardest guy to guard in the league.
Right. You would think that's a conversation you have with your coach about defensive matchups before the series.
Or in the offseason. They have a lot of conversations in the offseason.
Right. That could have been part of one of the conversations.
Could have fit that one in maybe.
Yeah, but that is crazy because this is the time to prove it to everybody. Like, you go out and you show it. Oh, you guys don't think that I'm a great defender? Watch what I do tonight against the best player in the league, against the MVP who all of us. He also plays the same position as me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know that, but I'm going to prove to you guys that I can lock anybody in this league.
Yeah.
What is the point of talking about and just saying, like, watch what I do to Aaron Gordon? He's not going to score 25 tonight.
Right.
Watch. What?
I know. It is hilarious. I mean, you have to have that mindset to play at this level. Like, I appreciate it actually. But wouldn't it be awesome if the conversations that LeBron James and Anthony Davis had in the offseason were like, man, we got our asses kicked. I hope we don't see them in the playoffs again. Me and Braun been talking.
He's a bad man, huh? That's the conversation.
They're like, man, that sucked, huh?
that boy good.
Here's another adjustment I think the Lakers make. LeBron did play a little bit against the Nuggets bench in game one. I think he plays way more against the Nuggets second unit. Like, that's the Lakers' best shot to really win those minutes. And the first half, the tone of the first half in the first quarter, I feel was kind of set when Aaron Gordon got in foul trouble and LeBron went at Peyton Watson a couple possessions in a row.
Yeah.
And I've got to think the Lakers just try to do that more in this game.
Absolutely. They absolutely. I mean, that's where the wheels were seemingly starting to come off for the Nuggets when you were like, oh God, this foul trouble, like, this is what everybody talks about. The refs helping out the Lakers. It takes AG out. Peyton Watson immediately got just destroyed by LeBron James, like 3 possessions in a row.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to hunt that again.
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead, Dev.
No, you can respond.
Maybe the bet you actually brought this point up earlier in the regular season. Some teams, maybe when it looks like they have a chance of beating Denver, it's because they throw their best player at Denver's bench. And Denver's option and hope is that their starters dominate enough that it makes up for that.
Right.
Their starters so often and so typically outplay the Lakers. And in the minutes AG played last night, to your point, he's a plus 20. It's almost like, what's the point? You're going to get dominated in those minutes anyway. Maybe there's more utility in not just playing LeBron more, but him putting the pedal to the metal more
on the
in
bench,
those
yeah.
minutes. Maybe that's your best bet to stealing one at home, is to crush the bench so bad.
Dude, that would be amazing. If the adjustment they make this time is that LeBron doesn't start.
Well, it's not necessarily that, but that's an option.
Yeah, I mean, I do think
that'd be wild.
That will be the adjustment, like you guys talk. It's going to be, how do we try to destroy the bench unit?
Yeah.
Like, I do think that they're going to do some type of staggering or offset where LeBron is going to go, that's where he goes all in. Because right now, I feel like they both went all in the first half, and then they lost those minutes because they get tired. They get, worn out so much that it's like, hey, you're going to go all out right now, but we're going to just try to get the longevity of it by just offsetting that. So I do think we're going to see a little bit more of Anthony Davis with the bench, LeBron James with the bench, and then just try to, like, get that longer stints. The only problem is it's the playoffs. The Nuggets don't have to, just concede those minutes. You don't have to just put an all-bench unit out. And now that Jamal Murray is healthy and he's here, it makes it that much more difficult because Malone has said it all year. I want one of those guys on the court at all times.
Right.
So now you get to match, those type of minutes. Yes, they play different positions, but at least you have a guy that you can lean on and rely on. So all in all, the Lakers are fucked.
All that to say,
You sound like Darvin Ham.
and Anthony Edwards.
Areas of improvement for the Nuggets. The Nuggets shot 9 of 26 on wide open threes last game. Wide open threes, where the defender's 6 feet or more away. 35%. They should hit some more of those tonight. And I'll also say this. Here's a little wind chime. A little wind chime for you.
Tilly-ling-ling.
We'll see what happens tonight. I could look like an idiot for saying this, but
Probably not.
Never.
I was at Lakers shoot-around this morning. I haven't attended any Lakers shoot-arounds this season, but I was there this morning. They gave off the vibe of a team that was done.
Dude,
Defeated
did you see LeBron James's
finished.
face on the bench in that third quarter? He straight up looked like he was already mulling retirement again.
When you're media, you don't get to see a ton of the shoot-around. You get to see the last few minutes. There was no energy in that gym. There was no excitement. There was no like, oh, we're still in this thing.
Can I tell you what I saw at a Lakers shoot around last year?
What's that?
LeBron and Anthony Davis doing one-on-one drills against assistant coaches. And I am not kidding. I'm not trying to slander. AD flopped and yelled and one. And they were playing against assistant coaches. And so I think it's kind of like what you're saying. I didn't say it on the show then, but I was like, yeah, I don't think these guys are winning.
Yeah.
I don't think these guys are winning.
We'll see what happens, but there was it was a very quiet gym.
Somber.
A very somber gym.
A somber.
No energy, no excitement, no like, all right, here we go, game 2.
Right.
Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves did not sound very encouraged about the game plan tonight. So we'll see what happens, but I got my read is that they don't really think they have much of a chance.
Like the narrative that I heard all across the internet and from Lakers media and anybody that was talking about the Lakers is like they were just so ready to turn on D'Angelo Russell. They were like, D'Lo lost this game for us. And I was like, he did? Like, I know he sucked, but did you like the Nuggets just ground that team into paste? Like they just wore out LeBron James. They wore out Anthony Davis. Both those guys just started jacking up terrible threes.
Yeah.
And it was so formulaic. I mean, of course, D'Lo didn't shoot well. He never does. It's not a coincidence. It's a KCP-idence. Like it just happens every goddamn time.
KCP.
I do think there's a way that
That's a good one.
Thanks,
I don't
Bill.
want to say like the Lakers could win this series or anything like that. I do think there's a key to this series that I expect to go Denver's way just about every time, and it is turnovers. Michael Malone talked about it again at practice yesterday. In my opinion, it was the key coming in. If the Lakers are so good in transition, if you don't want them in transition, don't turn it over. Don't give them those live ball turnovers. They're the killers. And it's also a controllable factor in terms of limit. You can't control every bounce you get off a missed shot. You can't even really control every make necessarily. Sometimes shot looks involved. But you can control if you turn the ball over or not. Jokic and Murray combined for 0 turnovers. Denver's starters combined for 1 turnover. Denver's roster combined for 4 turnovers in game 1. If it's like that, it's easy. If they turn it over, it could get mucky at times. So I just think that's the thing that if they control this series.
Let's go around the association real quick, and then we'll get to bets. I want one sentence from each of you on Lakers Clippers Mavs. One sentence on Clippers Mavs. What do you got?
First, Dev. You're the association guy.
No Kawhi, and they're still winning.
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah,
that.
dude. Confusing. One word.
One word, okay. Confusing. I know, it's funny how narratives can flip after one game.
That's
the
how it
Mavs
works.
are the hottest team in the NBA. Nobody wants to play them. Get blown out in a game without Kawhi.
They're like, why couldn't we have gotten the Mavs?
Yeah. What do you think of that game?
Hilarious.
Yeah.
That's my one
And,
word. Sentence.
A word can be a sentence.
My sentence, hilarious, but
No.
it's not over.
Yeah.
Okay, what about one word on Thunder Pelicans?
Whoa, way too close.
That's 3, but okay.
That's one word. Way too
Fitting.
close.
Fitting.
Fitting? Fitting that the Thunder almost lost?
They're not who we think they are.
Okay.
Predictable, because it's just a pressure spot. Predictable was the word. That was my explanation.
I like it. We'll go around the association again post-game as well. All right, let's get
That
out our
was fun.
phones. Let's watch the Bet 365 app. Let's win some money.
Yo,
Dev.
we did pretty good last time.
We did our thing. Guess what we're going to do tonight?
Our thing.
Our thing.
I'm going to
think-
think Lakers games are the biggest ROI on your
It's
schedule.
so easy. It's so easy. It's the playoffs. It's not even just Lakers. It's the playoffs. But there's things that you could just go right back to the well to. The Nuggets come into this game as 7-point favorites.
Same as last time.
It's the exact same as last time. What did we do last time?
We won.
We
covered.
won. We bet -7. We're gonna do the same thing. The thing is that the Nuggets overcame like a Falcon punch. Do you guys know what that is?
Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash Bros. They
Falcon?
overcame the Falcon punch. It hit right in the face and still just stood there. LeBron went nuclear. AD went Super Saiyan, and it just was not enough.
This is like a super like Gen Z.
Let's keep it going. Like sometimes you just have to know like that this level is just too hard. Take it off of like the hard. You got to go over to easy.
Get a game, Genie.
Buy a new game. Like this is why Adam like talks about like those old school games the entire time because he's stuck on the same level of Zelda and he can't move on.
Bro,
So,
there's
like,
not
this
even
is what
levels
this
in
is.
Zelda. You just fucking expose yourself. Look at you.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. Let's go over 224. They almost got this. They almost got this last time, and that was in a fill it out game. Also, don't think that either team was sharp. We know that the Lakers weren't. I think that this game, like the jitters will be out. There's a little bit more of like a rhythm that you could get into. So, I mean, I'm just gonna go the over there, just due to the starts. So if you're gonna do those starts, you might as well do the over in the first half as well. I'm expecting much more of the same when it comes to the stars for the Lakers. So on to the Lakers side of things. Give me AD over 27.5 points
What?
plus rebounds. He gets it every time. He can score. He gets out on the break. He runs and dunks. He tries to like pad his stats so it does not look like he's being destroyed. Every time he looks up in the fourth quarter and he's like, how are we down? Because I'm playing so well. I just think it happens every single time. I think they're just going to continue to hide him on defense, so he's going to have the energy on offense. It makes sense. He's the best defender in the world. Let's go with LeBron over 33 points plus assists. This is the Nuggets ingredients. I think this is what they like, especially going against a heavyweight. Let him just like tire himself out with all these big punches, and then he's going to just get too tired. In the fourth quarter, they're just going to just overcome. Really, it's the third quarter. That first half, he goes balls to the wall. Then he starts to assist. Like, he has to pass it to others because he can't score. So I like the combination of both. For Denver side of things, we're going to start where we always start. This is very easy. We're going to go Michael Porter Jr. over 3.
We always
2.5
start here.
three-pointers.
We really, truly always start here.
Duh. It hits. I mean, he had himself a stellar game last game. Played extremely well. I think he's going to have much of the same. You know whose name they're putting some respect on in this one?
Who's up?
KCP.
Okay.
They upped his points. They upped his three-pointers.
He earned it.
Usually he's at 1.5 three-pointers. They have it at 2.5. It's plus money, but 2.5 for him. I do think that he's going to get over 10.5 points. He got this in 4 shots last time. Like, he just hit 4 straight threes or whatever. I mean, it was pretty easy. I think he's going to do much more of that. He also gets to go to the free throw line for texts and things like that, which I think they're going to get. So give me over
Some text.
over 10.5 points for him.
Okay.
Love what we saw out of MPJ on the boards. That's always in play. But one that I really like, Aaron Gordon, points, rebounds, and assists. Over 23.5. He got this last game, and that was with foul trouble. What does it look like when he plays the entire game?
Right.
He gets that LeBron bump. Like, that's the thing, is he's always around the rim. He's always having to stay locked in. When he's locked in, he's grabbing boards. He's dishing it off. He's, getting, some type of finishes around the rim. I think he's going to get the over 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I think he continues with that. If you guys give me a hell yeah, I give you one more piece with
Hell
that.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's going to get at least one finale oop.
Oh,
We're looking
can we
for
bet
that.
on that?
He's
Where
going
is
to get
that?
the finale
I'm
oop.
not
on
seeing
this
it.
one.
Finale
I'm not seeing
went
it
down
anyway.
last game, man.
It's going to happen.
I felt something. I felt a little something.
Let's keep it going. Let's get Jokic over points plus rebounds. It's high. It's at 41.5 points plus rebounds, which is a lot, but this is a matchup that he really enjoys. He favors the size. He likes the fact that they put other guys on him, so he's going to grab boards over smaller guys. He's going to be able to score over smaller guys. That help side defense is just not enough. I'm ready for that adjustment. The defensive bet, we'll go Jokic, 2.5 steals plus box, 2.5 stocks. Jamal started out super slow last time. I think he gets together on this one. That's why I think that they'll have a blowout win if he plays extremely well. Over 23.5 points. Very, very easy. I really do think he's going to get a 40 ball or close to it. Let's just get the over 23.5 points.
Okay.
I think it's going to happen.
Let's just get it.
And
Let's just
for
get
the
it.
lock.
Finally.
For the lock. Can I get a hell yeah?
No, hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. I love Jamal Murray in this game. I'm going to go
we
over.
here.
Over 7.5 assists.
Okay.
It's way too easy. It's plus money. That's going to be our watch along play of the game. 7.5
along.
assists. Play along. I mean, I think that he gets the benefit. Like, make sure that you take advantage of this until they realize they're making a mistake. In the playoffs, Jamal Murray is going to get his assist every single time because they have a play every single time that they can go to that the Lakers cannot adjust to. The pick and roll. 7.5 assists plus money. You could bet the house on this one. He's going to get it. Happens every time.
All right, let's hit 2 quick super chats before we get out of here. Let's hit 2 quick super chats before we get out of here.
It's okay. It's okay.
We can go a little long
Here we
because
go.
this
we got time,
Philly-Knicks
we got time,
game
we got
is
time.
going long as well.
Dylan McLeod, $20, checking in live from Ball Arena for my first ever Nuggets game.
What?
Wow, nice,
Let's fucking
Dylan.
go. Have fun,
First
Dylan.
off,
Enjoy
look
it.
how dope this is. There's multiple
I
things
love
that's
this.
set up.
I love this.
He's getting his first game in the playoffs against the Lakers. And while he's watching warm-ups, he's checking us. He's checking us
The
out.
real
He's
ones
watching
do.
us.
The
That's
real
a
ones do.
real
You want
one.
to talk about a real one? Yeah,
Man,
you want to talk
make
about
sure.
a real
Look, first off, while we're still here, everybody go and show some love to Miroslav. Go and show like all type of love.
Yeah, if you're at the game, the Perch 142,
Perch.
right outside section 142 at halftime.
Yep,
Go say hi
Perch,
to him.
send him a tweet. Say that you love that he's here. Say that you love that he's able to cover the game. Like, just show him some love because he showed us love when we was in Serbia. He's our guy.
And then we'll close with Cedric Exquisite. We winning. Thanks, Dev. Come on, D-Line. Come to Las Vegas.
Well, we did. We met. We literally met you.
We've
there.
done that.
You know what's going to be crazy?
That's where we
We're going
met
to go
you.
again this year. We're going to go this year.
That's true.
So ask and you shall receive, I guess.
All right, we're going to get out of here, and then we're going to start up the watch-along. You get more of us
Yeah.
if you haven't had enough.
Whenever we say we're getting out of here, it just means we're still here. But
Yeah, we're just
it's a
clicking
different
one button,
You have to
then
click on
clicking
a
another button.
You have to click on a different
there's
thumbnail.
the post game, and then after the post game, we've set up a camera. If you want to see D-Line just kind of go home
Yeah,
and
dude.
do his thing.
We
like, just hang out.
I got a
He's
new
gonna
ring.
DoorDash at some
I
point.
got a new ring shower cam. If you guys want to check that out.
You can just kind of stream the whole night with D-Line.
All right, we'll talk to you guys in a couple seconds.
We all silly like the mayor.